Okay. Okay. So, I'm gonna be honest. This album's terrifying to me, like in some opinion. Like, opinion? In some ways. Um, The Beggar, Swans, 2 hours. Fuck you, Michael. First off, fuck you. How dare you make me listen to 2 hours of this? This album's brutal, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it confronts such a just just sad topic in such a upfront and unbridled way. Like it's like he walked into a room, slapped a card on a table, and then just stared you dead in the eyes, and all the card said was death, and you were just supposed to make meaning of it, basically. That's what this album feels like, and yet he does it over the course of 2 hours with some of the most cryptic shit I've ever read in my life. Um, but let's talk about the instrumentation first, because it's sparse, and when you do hear it, it's pretty good. Um, I really like the sound of Los Angeles City of Death. I really do. I like how it's kind of different from the rest of the album, but it's also like, it's doing some shit we've heard before. Michael is done really good. I didn't expect it to be so divine in aesthetic, but I feel like for what the song is literally talking about, I feel like it makes a lot of sense to be that way. The closing track, I forgot the name of it, but I really like the sound, especially the we are, we were. I love how that repetition works. It feels so grandiose, yet not like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Feels like it's not overplaying its hand. It feels like it knows exactly what cards it has and it's playing them to its exact, like, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. Um, but let's talk about the narrative of this album because no one gives a shit about the sound of it. You know what Swans sounds like, and if you don't, I fucking sounds like Swans. Um, this album is just morbid. Like I said, this album's just depressing to listen to because you know what Michael's trying to say. If you don't know what Michael's trying to say, let me spell it out for you. Michael is old, and Michael feels like he's dying, and that's just a depressing thing for the album to be about. But the way it's done is like it makes it better in some ways because like Michael is done. It's a song basically just about him being old and his body withering away and him kind of accepting death. And it's just I don't know, it's hard to listen to because on the one hand it's like this is really good. Like artistically, sonically, instrumental vocals, like it's a good song, but also on the other hand you're like, I just don't uncomfy. And I like that it forces you as a listener to kind of confront those feelings. And not only in your own, like, how you as a person feel about your mortality, but also how you feel about, like, the artist mortality. A good example that this was compared to was Black Star. Thank you, Anthony Fantano. I feel like that was a good comparison because it deals with it in a lot of the similar ways. There's another album that's about death, especially the death of the artist. I'm not going to tell you what album though. I want you to guess what it is because you will not guess what it is. Anyways, no, this particular song really struck a nerve with me. I think because of how you can tell he's okay with it. Like I don't know at what point that like acceptance of mortality happened, but it's so I don't know, it's like it's almost uplifting to hear someone be so okay with moving on because that tells you that it's okay to do so. Which, like, of course it's okay to fucking die. Everyone does it eventually, but it's like hearing him be like, I'm done. Like, just, I don't know. It's nice. It's really nice, but also really sad because I'd like to hear more Swans and more of Michael, but, Michael doesn't seem like he's going to be hearing more of Michael either, so I guess we're just in this little fun thing. Whatever the God fuck, what's the name of it? Something. I like how that song is. It's a good song. No, honestly, I don't have a lot of notes about this album. Like, this is just a good album. If you want to listen to something long, like if you're cleaning your entire house or you're on like I don't know, a train ride, put this on. It's just some good music. Like, it's so ambient. It's so just spaced out, but it's also very well crafted. You can tell that each minute of this album was just labored over because this was going to be their literal swan song. And I like how it is. I like how it does that in such a concrete and definitive way. You cannot possibly argue that this is not a good finisher album. Like, if you tried to say this is a bad final album, I'd slap you in the fucking face, because it's a good final album. And sorry if I look like I got visibly teary-eyed, because I did, because I like Swans. I really do. And no, I'm just sad that I was born at such a time where this is the album coming out at the time at which I am a fan. I'm just not happy with that, but I'm also happy that I am at this time, because I get to hear such just good fucking music from such a smart fucking band. Like, oh my god. And it's just a good album. Yeah, it's a good album. I didn't even finish the Fantano review. I don't know what the fuck he gave this album. I watched 10 minutes of Professor Sky review. I watched, I think, 5 minutes of Brad Tayson Music's review, and then I watched like half the Fantano video. And that's all the extracurricular shit I've done about this album. It sounds kind of like Soundtrack for the Blind. It sounds kind of like To Be Kind. It sounds kind of like Sear. It sounds like Swans. I don't tell you. I don't even have notes on what they sound like normally. Like, if I did a Soundtrack for the Blind review, it'd just be me going, depression. And that'd be it. Anyways, if that made you think I'm not a real Swans fan, I'm sorry. Mainly because, like, I'm not. Not in, like, the I've listened to all 16 albums. I'm a Swans fan in the fact that I've listened to the 3 I just named, and I really like them. So do with that information what you will. And yeah, thanks for watching. I have big reviews planned still. Time to do them is a different thing, but we've got a Stratosphere review, we've got Chat Pile, we've got maybe something else depending on if I feel like getting the script done. And then, yeah, so I will talk to y'all later. Peace. Thanks for watching.